Welcome to the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop Music Spotlight Series. Each month, we shine the spotlights on local musicians by celebrating their talent, diversity, and offer insights into their music journey as musicians. Each episode will include a mini concert, followed by an interview and social media takeover. At CHAW, our mission is finding more ways to build inclusive communities through arts. We hope you will enjoy the series. Welcome to the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop, the Music Spotlight Series. So we have Taka and Carolyn with us here today. Taka and Carolyn, can you guys let us know a little about you guys?
Sure, I'll start. So I started playing music pretty young, when I was 4 and 5 years old. I grew up in Taiwan, so I entered the music school for basically instruments, and then we are required to play both instruments. So I've been playing violin and piano since I was very young. And I moved here. Right now I am a doctor by day, but then I'm an amateur musician on the weekends, and we like to play for fun.
Similar to Carolyn, I grew up in Taiwan as well, and my earliest memory was being asked to play a folk music instrument in elementary school, but it was very expensive to find the authentic instrument, so as a substitute, it was a cello. So that's how I got started, and very much like Carolyn, been in DC area for a while. I work for the government, but on the weekends and on a spare time, we do try to perform with as many amateur musicians in the area as we can. We'll be playing the Bach Double Concerto as arranged by Cecily Parnas, followed by 2 duets by J.S Bach, and then we'll finish off with Beethoven's early duet for violin and cello.
guys share with us a little bit your first musical experience? When is the first time you guys being on the stage, or when is the memory of you first holding that instrument?
So my mom always wanted to play instrument, and then because I have an older brother, she actually started my brother on the violin first, and I was 3 years younger. So I remember just watching him play the violin, and I told my mom like, oh, I also want to play the violin. And then I think that was like her perfect excuse to say, okay, you want to start this, so you cannot give up. So then every time, like whenever it gets tough, when there's a bottleneck, she would say, well, you're the one that wanted to start, so you shouldn't be giving up at this point. So I think that helped me to continue still playing right now, whereas, unfortunately for my brother, with academics, he got busy, so he never continued it. So that was sort of my first memory of sort of wanting to start learning music. And I just also remember whenever he was having violin lessons, and I would be under the piano where the teacher would be teaching him. I would just be under the piano and play around, and then having fun, and then really enjoying the fact that there's violin lesson he's taking, and I'm gonna be able to do that the same way.
So has the pandemic stopped you to keep playing the instrument?
It actually, I would say serendipitously, my violin teacher moved to Texas, and because of pandemic, she started doing Zoom lessons. So I actually was able to restart taking lessons from her during the summer. So that was actually really helpful. And even though now I'm just playing for fun, but it was really helpful to her, someone to continue to teach me and then polish my skills. And then actually in the fall, I tried to do some duets, 6 feet apart and wear masks, and it has been working okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Taka, how about you?
Yeah, my earliest memory of music was actually through the Yamaha ear training classes back in Taiwan. And I remember being enamored with Richard Kleidsman's piano music. I know that back in the 80s was a little bit of he was a famous pianist from France. And then fast forward to moving to DC area since the early 2000s, been playing with musicians such as Carolyn and others, and it's been tremendously fun over the past a number of years. And we try to have concerts, and we're very grateful for an appreciative audience.
you guys so much for sharing. So we're gonna move on to our second questions. So beside of music, like what do you guys has been see or has been read or listening, on your spare time?
So I grew up dancing ballet, so I'm also really into dances. So I've been watching Dancing with the Stars. So it's been a lot of fun. And then my boyfriend and I would try to like recreate some of the moves. Just at home, we have like our COVID move. We're basically dancing salsa at home. And then we're like practicing some COVID moves that we call it. So, just kind of similar to arts and music, dances, try to bring that to our daily life as well.
Awesome. Taka?
Yeah, we have our young child, so watching anything on TV these days is a luxury. But like with anyone, I think we pretty much exhausted everything that's on Netflix. So I actually been watching a lot of YouTube video where performers are now starting to experiment how to perform in a live setting, but still socially distant and using the precaution. And it's been a great learning exercise just to see how now the orchestras are further apart, so the sound is more expansive, and watching video of musicians trying to keep up with the techniques and still having a virtual session, which is a completely different collaboration experience.
Oh, wow, we'd love to hear more from that, maybe on over one of our social media takeovers.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that's bring us to the last question. So you guys both say that you are grow up in Taiwan, right? So how is your identity has come through the work as a musician?
I would say it's been part of my life. I basically learned both instruments all through the schooling, and it's a really nice kind of stress relief zone for me to get to music once all the academics things are sort of building up, but then that's kind of my outlet to be able to kind of just enjoy music and then really play with other people. And then I think something that sort of ties into my daily job is that for a while I was actually doing some volunteer work at hospital and then just play music for people. It's a program where you just go as a volunteer and then you go to room, patient room, and play live music for them. So that has been sort of very rewarding for me, both as a musician and then sort of being a physician, seeing both sides.
Sounds good. How about Taka?
Yeah, I mean, even though both Carolyn and I, our professional identity doesn't revolve, playing music full time, but I think music for us is a sort of critical part of what we do. At least for me, I learned the art of communicating in my professional life, which is sort of a critical element of me be able to do my job effectively. And music has taught me how to listen and how to collaborate in a sense. And I moved to DC somewhat serendipitously, but I don't think I would have sort of changed it for anything, because DC has such a vibrant amateur musician scene. It's been so much fun playing with Supreme Court litigator, heart surgeons like Carolyn, and biologists and Washington Post editors, just a diverse set of people coming together to really, our commonality is music, and it's been a really, really fun experience.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing with us about your unique music journey. To find out more about Capitol Hill Arts Workshop Music Spotlight Series, please follow us on Facebook or Instagram, CHAW in DC, #CHAWsome.